Thanks to a history of excellent second residency programs and its ease of access to North America and a wide variety of lifestyle choices within a small area, Panama has become an expat hotspot over the last 12 to 13 years. Here are 8 areas that foreign expats, especially from North America, are flocking to and making their homes. Welcome to the Unconventional Entrepreneur Show. I'm your host, Glenn Kowalski. Every week on this channel, you'll find new videos to help liberty-minded entrepreneurs and investors like you find more personal, financial, and location independence. So be sure to hit the subscribe and the notification buttons so you never miss your chance to find more freedom in this unfree world. Since Panama has so much to offer, visiting various areas before settling down and setting up a permanent home is vital. But let's take a virtual tour of the main areas that you'll want to explore when you're looking specifically for a place to lay your hat. Like most places, many people flock to the cities, and Panama City is no different. It's been called a cosmopolitan, modern, and world-class, and most people compare it to Miami. It's exciting and vibrant with an abundance of restaurants, nightlife, theater, shopping, and of course, the Panama Canal. If you choose to live in Panama City, you'll have a choice between modern high-rises like in Paitilla and Punta Pacifica and Balboa Avenue, the trendy colonial district of Casco Viejo, which was built in 1673 but is being restored with new restaurants, tourist attractions, and upscale condominiums. Or there are cozy neighborhoods like Panama Pacifico, Clayton, and Albrook, and so much more to choose from. Being a city, Panama City has likely got the highest cost of living in Panama, but if you're looking for a world-class amenities, there really isn't much that you'd miss out on. Next, we have the Pacific beaches that start about an hour due west out of Panama City and continue on for about another hour and a half along the well-maintained Pan American Highway. The center of this exploding community is Coronado. It started out as a gated community for weekend homes for the rich Panamanians. Due to the number of full-time residents there now, the area has exploded to include everything that you would ever need. There are plenty of restaurants, shopping, hospitals, hardware stores, large grocery chains, and even a movie theater to keep you busy. There are also plenty of expat activities like bands, karaoke, trivia nights, and much more. Plus, there are miles of beautiful beaches that are almost never crowded, and even on the busiest days, you can find plenty of space. There's something for everyone, from surfing to sunbathing to all sorts of water sports. And best of all, you have your choice of homes, from inexpensive housing and smaller apartments to luxury condos and beachfront mansions. Moving on to the other side of the Pan American Highway, you have the mountain areas of Panama West. These areas are cooler, with miles of unspoiled nature, small farms, and several different communities to choose from. The largest center here is El Valle de Anton, which means Anton Valley. It's a small town built into the crater of a long-extinct volcano. El Valle boasts a major chain grocery store, several restaurants, hotels, a vibrant market, zoos, zip lining, and other tourist activities. The next largest community is Altos del Maria, which is a massive planned housing community. And while there aren't a lot of amenities there like stores, there's really only one real restaurant. It's full of beautiful homes with spectacular views and miles of walking trails, creeks, waterfalls, and birds galore. At only about 20 to 30 minutes from Coronado along an excellently maintained road, it's an easy trip when you need some groceries, supplies, or civilization and socialization. Before we move further along the Pan American Highway, you should explore due north and then east of the city on the Atlantic side of Panama, about an hour and a half from the city. This takes you to the Portobello and Maria Chiquita areas. Since this is on the Caribbean Sea, the views are different, the scuba diving opportunities are amazing. It's full of lush mountains with popular beaches, places like Playa La Agosta, and much more. Living on this side was considered a little bit more primitive in the past because all the major shopping required a visit to Panama City. Even the grocery shopping requires you going to Sabanitas, which has all the major chains now, but isn't really the most appealing town to visit. However, there have been major improvements over the years with a couple of brand new developments going in, and that's helping to increase the appeal of the entire area. You're also really close there to the Panama Free Trade Zone in Colon. Okay, back to the western travel on the Pan American Highway. The next stop is going to be found by taking a left turn off the highway to the next major beach area along the Pacific coast called the Azura Peninsula. This area has exploded as an expat destination in recent years because of access to amazing beaches, world-class surfing, fishing, and diving. It has unspoiled nature and much more. The main expat living spots in Isidro include Pedasi, Las Tablas, and Playa Venao, but there are many small communities within a short distance of there to visit. The infrastructure of a major city is missing from this hotspot, but there are plenty of restaurants and social activities for expats. And it's a relatively short drive to Chichire, which has malls and large grocery stores for when you need to stock up on supplies. Now, if instead of turning left, you continued along the Pan American Highway and then turned right into the mountains, you would hit Boquete. This is probably one of the best known expat destinations in Panama. It sits smack dab in the middle of the coffee producing region and has foreigners with a wide range of income levels living there. It's been featured in several different TV shows like House Hunters International over the years. The weather in Boquete is significantly cooler than it is on the beaches, and it has this spring-like temperatures all year round. That means this mountain region has some awesome growing weather, and there's plenty of rich volcanic soil, so there's always an abundance of fresh fruit and vegetables available to feast on. The area around the little mountain town is chock full of ecotourism activities like rafting, hiking, ziplining, coffee tours, and so much more. Plus, because of the large expat community, Boquete has an excellent selection of amazing restaurants, and there's always something going on, from jazz festivals and flower festivals to things like pickleball, tennis, dancing, and much more. Well, it doesn't have any major grocery stores or any real shopping within the town limits. It's a very short hop over to David, which has large malls, grocery chains, movie theaters, and everything else that you'd expect in a large city. If you want to visit the beach, Boquete is located in the Chiriquí province, and the Chiriquí province is full of beautiful beaches. And those beaches are rapidly becoming expat hotspots on their own. If you like water sports, Chiriquí should definitely be on your list, with world-class surfing, world record fishing locations, and gorgeous nature. Towns like Boca Chica are gradually attracting expats, yet prices are still very reasonable for waterfront and close to waterfront land. Finally, just before crossing the Costa Rican border and back over to the Atlantic coast, you hit Bocas del Toro, which is the destination of choice for anyone looking for a laid-back Caribbean island lifestyle. Bocas town, the capital, sits on an island, and there are hundreds of islands that make up the Bocas del Toro province. Depending on your desires, you can live on an island with lots of people, with just a few people, or with no people at all. There are plenty of private islands available for sale and rent. Boating is a major part of your life if you live in this area, as it's really the only way to get from place to place. So most people who live out there, they own a panga, which is the Panamanian-style fishing boat, and that's what they use to get around. Besides Bocas town, Basilos Island has a brand new community called Red Frog Beach, with beautiful custom-built homes and condos that are under construction. It's a different sort of lifestyle that most people aren't really used to because it has a limited infrastructure, but it also has an airport with domestic flights, and it's accessible by ferry and also has a car ferry. If you're looking for a thriving metropolitan community, though, you probably won't last long there. Also, buyer beware if you plan on buying property. Unlike most of Panama, Bocas del Toro land isn't titled. It has what's called right of possession property, and many foreigners and even locals have been scammed, although having a good, trustworthy lawyer will definitely help. Unfortunately, finding one of those can sometimes be a little bit difficult. But if you want a laid-back Caribbean island life with good surfing and an abundance of ocean life, Bocas has a thriving expat community and could be the ideal place to lie your hat. Panama has a world of opportunities going for it, from an easy second residency program to a favorable territorial tax system. More and more foreigners are planting their flags in this amazing country. If you're looking for more information on how Panama could fit into your future lifestyle, click on the video that you see on your screen. This is Glenn from the Unconventional Entrepreneur Show, and I'll see you over there.